Is YouTube just a platform, or has it become the most powerful force in the silver market today? Over the past decade, silver stacking has evolved from a quiet, almost secretive hobby to a booming online subculture. And leading the charge, YouTube content creators, channels dedicated to silver stacking, coin collecting, vintage pours, prepping, and even metal melting have exploded in popularity. 10 years ago, nobody cared what a silver stacker was. Today, they're driving premiums and shifting markets. But what does the rise of YouTube silver stackers really mean for the broader silver market? And are we educating the next generation of sound money advocates, or are we inflating premiums and creating echo chambers? Silver prices haven't changed much, but the culture around silver, that's a different story, and YouTube is right in the middle. Let's explore how YouTube has reshaped the silver stacking landscape and what it means for your stack going forward. Just imagine, what if the biggest influence on your silver stack was a guy with a webcam in his garage? The silver market used to be about supply and demand, and now it's about subscribers and thumbnails. Let's unpack that. It wasn't long ago that most silver education came from online forums, coin shows, or niche newsletters. The silver stacking community existed, but it was small, fragmented, and largely offline. That changed when YouTube entered the scene. Early stackers began posting videos of their latest pickups, prepping advice, and thoughts on the silver market, and these videos were raw, honest, personal, unlike anything in mainstream finance. From YouTube Shorts to Stacker Wars, how did content creators start shaping the future of silver? Channels like Silver Futurist, Salivate Metal, and even Backyard Pourers helped spark something new, a visual, ongoing, and very public conversation about silver. And the silver stacking community responded in a big way. Why did the Silver Bar start a YouTube channel? Because it wanted to become a premium influencer. Okay, fast forward a few years, and the silver community on YouTube is massive. Some channels have tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and with great views comes great influence. Today, creators like Silver Dragons and Yankee Stacking and many others aren't just sharing opinions, they're shaping behavior, driving interest in certain coins, rounds, and even specific mints. If a YouTuber praises a particular bar, it might sell out by the next morning. And if they warn about a high premium, buyers might hold back. In some cases, demand spikes immediately because of what was said in a video the night before. We've essentially created a new kind of influencer economy built not on fashion or tech, but on bullion. But are YouTube silver stackers helping the market or distorting it? Today, I'll give you the honest answer. Let's talk about psychology. People don't just want silver. They want what others are buying. Social proof is a powerful force, and YouTube taps into that hard. That's why today we're diving into the most unexpected silver market disruptor. YouTubers like me, and maybe you. When stackers show off limited edition rounds, vintage Engelhard bars, or unicorn finds, it creates a rush. Suddenly, everyone wants in. The demand can push premiums up, not because the metal changed, but because the buzz did. It's especially noticeable in vintage silver. Bars that once sat unloved in coin shops now sell for much higher premiums than they did in the past after a few popular videos highlight their rarity. Creators are also influencing what gets poured. Small mints now produce custom bars just for YouTubers. Limited drops fuel FOMO, and resale markets go wild. But it's not all about hype. The silver stacking community on YouTube is one of the most passionate, engaged, and generous online groups you'll find. Stackers run giveaways, they support each other's channels, they organize real-world meetups and auctions. They help new stackers avoid scams and bad buys. They're always there for each other. And during times of uncertainty, whether it's economic turmoil or geopolitical tension, this community becomes a source of both education and encouragement. It's a culture built on trust, transparency, and shared values. Why did the new stacker feel rich after joining YouTube? Because they finally struck it rich in friendships. Of course, the rise hasn't come without controversy. Some argue that YouTube's silver content has inflated demand artificially, that premiums are rising not due to real scarcity, but because of hype. Others say content creators are incentivized to promote affiliate links or products and not necessarily what's best for the viewer. What do you call a stacker who flips every hype coin? A floptimist, always hoping the next flip will hit big. Is YouTube changing the market? The short answer is yes. YouTube is changing how silver is bought, sold, and even perceived. It's creating more educated buyers, yes, but it's also creating more trend chasers. It's bringing in younger stackers, creating demand for vintage silver, and influencing which mints succeed. And we see major dealers now send product samples to creators for review. They adjust inventory based on trends they see in videos. That's real-time market feedback. In other words, the silver market is no longer just driven by spot price and supply. It's also driven by view counts and engagement. Why did the bullion dealer watch YouTube all day? Market research and maybe a little FOMO. So, what should you take away from all this? First, be aware of how much influence YouTube has on your buying decisions. Ask yourself, do I want this silver because I value it or because it was featured in a flashy video? Second, use the silver community for education, not just entertainment. There's incredible insight here if you're willing to think critically. And third, don't get swept up in every trend. The fundamentals of stacking haven't changed. Silver is sound money. Keep your goals front and center. Why do smart stackers keep their silver in the dark? Because true value doesn't need the spotlight. And looking ahead, we're only going to see more influence. AI-generated content, live stream auctions, exclusive mint collaborations, maybe even VR stacking tours. It's all on the horizon. But the biggest trend, authenticity. As more people enter the space, viewers are craving real voices, real stacks, and real experiences. The most trusted voices will rise, not just the loudest ones. And that's good news for those of us who care about integrity, knowledge, and real community. Why did the silver YouTuber cross the road? To get better lighting for the next unboxing, obviously. So yeah, YouTube silver stackers are changing the market. We've created a new kind of influence, one based not on institutions but individuals. It's exciting, it's powerful, and it comes with responsibility. I'll tell you, it comes with a lot of responsibility. And if you're watching this, you're part of that story. Whether you're a new stacker, a seasoned collector, or even a silent lurker. We like the silent lurkers. If you're here, you're shaping this space every time you like, share, comment, or stack. And that means you have influence too. Stack wide as the ocean.